Yay, I'm live, which you probably can't even tell that I'm live because of the delay. So, sorry about that. I was putting on an extra light so that you can see me even if the rain starts up again. It's been very rainy um with the hurricane and everything. I mean, we're fine. We're just getting a lot of rain. There's no safety issues where we live. But we got like 6 inches of rain in maybe 24 hours. So, a lot of rain. Anyway, enough rambling. Bonjour, my name is Brita, and today on the Witches Unite live stream, I thought that we could just hang out and talk a little bit about Harry Potter. There's kind of a lot going on, and I know I said this was going to be chill, but I do have to briefly talk about J.K. Rowling. So, first question, since the chat's a little quiet. Oh, good, Charlene, thank you. I wanted to confirm that y'all could hear me, because I did test my microphone beforehand, but I'm always nervous that something techy is going to go wrong in the background. Anyway, Charlene, I hope you guys get some rain. I know that the West Coast is very dry and struggling right now, so everyone affected by the fires has definitely been in my prayers recently, and I hope that the entire West Coast gets some rain soon. West Coast of the United States, since I do have some international followers. Hi, Debbie. Welcome to the live stream. So, yep, it's afternoon for me, 3 o'clock. I want to try and mix up different days and hours for doing live streams because I know people have different schedules. So, Forge's live streams will pretty much always be in the evening because Dan will be part of those. But these kind of more... I feel like doing a live stream, so I'm just gonna set up a live stream, casual, whatever. It's gonna be in the afternoon while Dan is working. So, anyway, if y'all saw me on Twitter, I mentioned I'm drinking my hot tea, which I actually drink hot tea year-round, not just when the weather is cool. But right now, it's finally fall in Georgia. Like, the high yesterday was like 68, 69, and the high today is only about 72. So, Debbie, remind me where you are from. I'm trying to do math. If you are 5 hours ahead, that sounds like the United Kingdom, maybe, if I'm guessing correctly. So I topped off my tea right before starting. So I am drinking, I think it's called Sweet Harvest Pumpkin. It's from Celestial Seasonings, and it's a black tea, and it actually has some sort of pumpkin flavoring in it in addition to pumpkin spice. It's delicious, and I like to drink it in the fall. I would drink it year-round because I like pumpkin all the time, but I usually drink a slightly higher caffeinated tea most of the time. Okay, so enough about my hoping. Yeah, I hope that the weather is perfect for your holiday, Debbie. Dan and I were at the beach last week, and we were very blessed with the weather. It was actually overcast most of the time, and it was like a little rainy one day, but it ended up being perfect because it wasn't too hot. It felt really good on the beach. You know, we had a breeze. The water felt amazing. Anyway, Charlene, that's amazing. I can't believe we drink the same tea, especially because it's such a specific flavor. Like, I haven't actually seen it in stores before. We ordered this one online. Okay. So very, very quickly, I'm gonna get the serious stuff over at the beginning, and then we can talk about fun stuff. If you haven't already heard, J.K. Rowling has a new book out this week. It is under her pseudonym. Sorry, I don't remember her pseudonym off the top of my head. It's in her mystery series, and the plot involves a cisgender man who dresses up as a woman in order to kill women. And that's so wrong on so many different levels. It is incredibly harmful to the transgender community. And I'm pretty upset, and I'm a cisgender woman, but I have so much love and respect for the transgender community. I have 2 friends who are transgender, and plus some acquaintances, and this is just such a harmful idea that J.K. Rowling is perpetuating. Hey Cindy, welcome to the live stream. Anyway, so I just want you guys to know, like, where I stand, kind of briefly. I am bisexual myself, so I am part of the greater LGBTQ community, even though I am a cisgender woman, meaning my sex assigned at birth matches my gender identity. And I've really been grappling with how to stay engaged within the Harry Potter community, because Harry Potter is so important to me. It's such a huge part of my life. Y'all, Dan proposed to me with a Harry Potter book. So Harry Potter has been intertwined with, I don't really want to say my identity, but with my passions in life since I first read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, you know, the American version, when I was 12 years old on Christmas Eve. So it is obviously something that I'm very passionate about and that I love. I love being part of the fandom, the community. I clearly love playing Wizards Unite, and I still love reading the books after all this time. And it's deeply hurtful that the creator of these stories is just doubling and tripling down on her transphobia. So if you are transgender yourself, or one of your loved ones is, please know that there are a whole bunch of people who have decided to remain within the Harry Potter fandom who condemn what J.K. Rowling says about trans people. And I'm actually working on a blog post. It's over 4,000 words at this point, and that was after I removed an entire section and decided that section should be a separate blog post about deciding to remain a Harry Potter fan despite J.K. Rowling's transphobia. So I've been working on this, and I will have a video that goes out at the same time. I've been writing this since June. It's just a really heavy topic. It's very research intensive. I am citing a ton of sources for anyone who needs to learn more or wants to learn more. But I hope to have it done by the end of the month, because I'll release the blog post and the video at the same time. The video will not be quite as long or as research intensive as the blog post, because you can just then read the blog post. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say on that for now. It's just that I think it's important for me to use my platform within the Harry Potter fandom to recognize the validity of transgender people and to call out the harm that J.K. Rowling is doing. So that is my perspective on the whole thing, and most people that I have connected with through Wizards Unite seem to be on the same wavelength. But if you're not, if you're not affirming of transgender people, then this is not going to be the space for you. It's just not. I am not interested in having relationships with people who don't support transgender rights. So, anyway, that's all for now. Like I said, I have a lot more coming. The blog post will be on my personal website, Brita. The video will be up on this channel, so just stay tuned for that. Cindy, yeah, I'm honestly really surprised too, and I wonder if it's just because J.K. Rowling is so huge that the publisher doesn't care. And I mean, on a much less serious topic, we saw with Order of the Phoenix, you know, at that point she was so established and Harry Potter was such a huge deal. Order of the Phoenix needed to be more tightly edited. And I think that it wasn't as tightly edited because of J.K. Rowling's status. Air Muggle, yeah, I agree. She's definitely going to be a complicated figure in history. I mean, she already is. And I do think that, you know, decades from now, people will be like, wow, she was really on the wrong side of history. So, anyway, the series has been turned into TV in the UK. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. To be honest, I haven't read any of her non-Harry Potter books, and I had planned on it, and I just never got around to it. I mean, I enjoy a whodunit mystery kind of book, but it's not my go-to genre, I guess. And I just never really got around to going to the library and picking up one of those books. And now I probably won't, because there's so many good books to read. Like, I read a lot, and I'm a really fast reader, and I still wish I had more time to read more books. So, I will prioritize other mystery writers. Anyway, let's talk about the exciting Harry Potter stuff going on right now. And that's the announcement of the game that's coming out next year, which I'm so embarrassed. I should have written this down before I started. I think it's, what is it, Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, so if y'all haven't seen this yet, a trailer dropped yesterday for Hogwarts Legacy. And this is going to be a game coming out next year. It'll be available on a few different, consoles. A few different consoles. And it will also be available as a PC game, which I'm very excited about, because Dan was not interested in buying a PlayStation for the sole purpose of playing a single game. Which I don't understand why not. That's okay. It's good to be thrifty and careful about how we spend our money. So I am really excited to play this as a PC game next year. I'm assuming, based on kind of the graphics and the story and stuff. Hey Maddie, hey Aloha Seattle 8, welcome to the live stream. Bonjour. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is the same game that we saw leaked, 2 years ago now? It looks so good. So I've watched the trailer twice already. I know other people will be doing a frame-by-frame breakdown of the trailer. I just don't have time for that right now. I'll be watching the frame-by-frame breakdowns of the trailer. But I just have a lot on my plate. Creatively, there's so much to do. I have so many ideas and only so much time. I've mentioned before that with Crohn's disease that I have a lot of fatigue and I sleep a lot at night. So I just have less usable hours in the day to get things done. Charlene, I honestly don't know anything about how console games work. So I also hope that the Xbox version will allow a keyboard and mouse. Hey, Brandon, your royal pinkness. I love it. Yeah, it looks so good. Cindy, yeah. And we're at the point where the two of us play a lot of mobile games, and he plays some computer games. I haven't played my computer games in a while, but we have enough video games in different formats that we both enjoy, that we don't really need a console. I think that it just doesn't match our lifestyle. It doesn't match our current interest in gaming. So that's an us thing. That's not a judgment on anybody else. If you like console games, then all the more power to you. Cindy, that makes sense. I completely understand that. And I do love that everyone has their own approach to the Harry Potter fandom and to Harry Potter content. So I like to obsess over every little detail. That's why I started a Wizards Unite channel in 2017, so that eventually, I didn't know yet that the WooTubers would become my close friends. We could all obsess over every tiny detail together. I mean, we sometimes had conversations, with 6 or 8 of us going for hours after a new trailer dropped for Wizards Unite. So, yes, I love my pink bikini, Debbie. It's excellent. The top is really expensive because it's based on bra sizing instead of general sizing. And those tops are a lot more expensive, but they're a lot more supportive. So yes, I love my pink bikini, but I also have a black and white one, and I have a blue and coral one. So I do embrace all colors. It's just the pink is my favorite. Okay, hold on, y'all. I have to catch up on the chat. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, Charlene, that if you don't have a strong computer, then a lot of gaming won't really work on your computer. Dan got me a new computer, the one that I'm talking to y'all on right now, for my birthday last year to speed up video editing. So, and he built it. Not to brag, but he built it. Cindy. So the sign over my fireplace says Girls Rule. It's a sign that I got from Target a couple years ago when they had a whole bunch of Galentine stuff for sale during the, Valentine's Day retail season. But I love all the Galentine's Day stuff, and I usually like it year-round. So that sign has stayed up over my fireplace ever since I bought it. It's pink and sparkly. I don't know how obvious it is, but each letter is a pink. It's like pink glitter inside of a plastic kind of acrylic container. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your username, so Bruxos Unidos. Anyway. So yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. Super excited. It's going to be really fun. That will probably be something I end up streaming. One of the creative things that I just have not had time to do is set up Twitch. And it's just, I just don't have time right now. I really like the idea of it. I've watched a few of my friends' live streams on Twitch. It would be fun to just talk to y'all like this while playing a video game. So go ahead and tell me if anyone has interest in watching me play SimCity 2000 or Castles 2 Siege and Conquest, because those are the 2 computer games that I play. Yes, I like to go old school with most of my computer games. Brendan, so basically spend cash on a computer or console, pretty much the cost of entry to any of the new generation of games. Yeah, it definitely, I guess that's kind of the problem with our evolving technology, is that if you want to do some of the cool, fun stuff that keeps coming out, you have to keep upgrading your equipment. And anyway, Pink Witch on Twitch. Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm going to save that hashtag for whenever I get started. That's amazing. I am. I don't know if I've ever showed y'all what's behind my desk. Okay, I'm going to attempt to move my camera. So, hold on. I really love my office setup, even though most of my office is super, super messy. Okay. So, let me move to my video so I can just see what I'm showing you guys. Okay, so here's like this is what you might see in my videos. I'm a proud Kappa, so I still have the wooden letters my big made me back when I was in college. There's a calendar that I pretty much never use anymore. And then here's a bunch of my artwork. That flamingo my best friend actually painted, and I won it when she was doing a giveaway. Most of these are prints, some of which I purchased. I painted that blue owl. That was at one of those like paint and sip things. And then here's my messy bulletin board that just has like random notes and stuff on it. But the Pokemon cards, those all came with, when Dan went to go see Detective Pikachu with his family. We went to see it together, but he went again with his family, and they gave out like Pokemon cards. So I took those with me to LA for the Wizards Unite launch event, and I had all the other WooTubers sign the cards. So those are the cards I have up. I'm like, I'm going to get everyone's signature. So whoever becomes famous, I can prove that I knew you win. So I have, like Pokefodder's signature and James of Expecto Go and Posimon, and who I think has changed his channel name slightly. Anyway, so messy, we have a very different definition of messy. Okay, if you guys want to see messy, so here's the thing. If you see messy, you will see possibly, yeah, so you would see dirty laundry on the floor, which includes underwear, and you would see my bras drying on the drying rack, because we're not done cleaning up from our vacation. So my office is super messy. Okay, I gotta catch up on chat. So yeah, Sydney, about the phone. So my I have a Pixel 3 right now, and Dan has a Pixel 3 XL. It's the first new phone that I've gotten since 2011. I also use my iPhone 7. I like different things on iPhone versus Android, but we purchased this refurbished. So I'll probably be using just my Pixel for a few years before I get a new phone. Yeah, and a game console is definitely a luxury. It's not a necessity. So, okay, if I get on Twitch and make t-shirts, I will let you know. Yes, my pink wall. I do love my pink wall. Debbie's World. I feel you on that. Like, sometimes the chat just ends up being more entertaining, especially if it's a game that I don't play, which it's pretty much always a game that I don't play. I watched Lady Brittany and playing some sort of game I've never even heard of, because my gaming repertoire is like super limited. But the chat was really fun. So sure, run your last tonic. That's impressive. Finished the event already. Wow. I am on the 4th set of tasks. So that mysterious artifacts family XP, y'all, that is going to be rough. And yes, Brendan, I am a real person. I want to be a clean person, but I'm just not. My office has never been clean because this is the room outside of the garage, and it ends up being kind of a staging area. So like when we got a dining room table, the stuff kind of just hung out in here for a while. And whenever we get home from a vacation, this is where we unpack the luggage and everything. And yeah, it's pretty much never clean. Oh, I did not know that Lynette did that. First play tries new games. That is cool. And that's probably very honest, because watching somebody who's never done something before try it out, that's going to be legit. Okay, so I did promise some actual Wizards Unite playing. So, while y'all are here... Oh, I have a potion to collect. I'm pretty sure I'm full up on potions. Let's see. Yeah, I'm full up on potions. I did mention in the thumbnail, I have so many field guides and ministry manuals. I have even more since I took that screenshot yesterday. Sorry, I'm getting a little warm drinking my hot tea. And I can't turn the fan on because I have a candle going. It's fall, y'all, so that means it's candle season. While I still wear tank tops and short shorts. Rare Foundimals. Yeah, I've seen one time turner, I think. I did see one regular veil, which is not boosted, but we just got lucky. So, anyway, let's spend some resources. Yeah, I was really sad that they fixed the Brita bug because Madame Hooch was a lot cooler when she was all pink. Alright, so I'm definitely not purchasing this because Invigoration Draft is basically useless. Oh, let's see what else I got. Awesome Blossom. That's a possibility. I just don't know if I want to spend the Defense Against the Dark Arts books on it. This one is a possibility because my potent potion would be better. Let's see. I don't really care about the food upgrades, but I don't know. Do I want any of these that are unlocked through here? You switch to diffusers because your kids love fire. That's kind of hilarious. Any more news on 2.15? You know what? I haven't checked Discord because I've been trying to focus on other stuff. But let me check the NDA chat real quick and see what's going on. They're still working on it. That was a couple hours ago. Okay. It should be happening today. It should actually be happening fairly soon. But it depends on if things are going well. Apparently they had some issues with it. So that's what's going on with 2.15. Unless it's usually using green or defense against dark arts to just spend it. Yeah, I did do a lot of the cheap ones. Hey, the Mets, welcome. Not a lot of potents. Defense against the Dark Arts books for the gold one, yeah. I've done most of the cheap ones now, but I guess I can go ahead and I just feel like 270 is a lot, but I'm usually not low on spell energy. I guess I played a lot yesterday. So, I just want all of my potions to be more effective. That's kind of my general thinking on that. Alright, we're going to skip down a little bit. Oh, yeah, I might fill in some of these cheaper ones that I hadn't done all the way. Improve my spell mastery. Let's see, what potion was that? Oh, see, at this point, I'm not super worried about brew time reduction simply because I'm almost always over full on potions, as y'all saw. And that was after doing 2 vault extensions recently. So, okay, I don't have enough books for these. I don't need spell books. Yeah, I would love to learn more about adversaries. I mean, they're in we have pictures of them in the game, and they're actually in the official Wizards Unite book that came out last year, but we still don't know anything about them. Okay, so these are pretty much all, these are Defense Against the Dark Arts books blocked. So let's check out Calamity Essentials too. Alright, what am I missing here? I guess I'll do this food upgrade. I don't really need it. Well, and Sydney, it might just, the difference might just be our different, play styles. So, ooh. Oh. Okay, that's really tempting, but I think I'm going to hold on to my Defense Against the Dark Arts books for longer. Even though I would really like more general spell mastery. I also want overall Departure Denial, which does unlock a whole bunch of nodes. Ooh. That... I mean, I know Proficiency is obviously not as exciting as it once was, but it's still somewhat exciting. Let me do some more cheap ones. Oh yeah, that might come in handy. The Departure Denial against Mysterious Artifacts. As many XP chunks as you could. Yeah, I have a lot. I don't have 1,500 yet. I think I'm getting either 800 or 900, which is pretty good. So here's why they won't be able to extend the event, or at least I'm pretty sure they won't be able to extend the event. This is the first time that the Brilliant events will be back to back. They had to push this Brilliant event because they had, there were problems with the update. So, they just had some bug issues, I guess, and they had to push this Brilliant event this week. So instead of having a week between Brilliant events, it's back to back. But I can suggest it, maybe you could just have more time to complete it and it can overlap. I don't know if there's any difficulty with events overlapping. So, yeah, I haven't used my potents. Let's see. When did I last use potents? I went through a lot of them. Actually, just a couple weeks ago, Dan and I, we were in Greenwood, my hometown, and we met up with Steph, and we did a dark detector party. There's this really great spot in my hometown that has like 4 or 5 inns all right by each other. So we loaded up dark detectors on all of them. So it was just one red beam after another, which was really nice. So I used a lot of potents back then. Ooh, a general departure denial. Let's see. Ooh, there it is. Okay. Yes. I do love the general ones. Whew. Okay. That was very exciting. Okay, so it's kind of funny because you said cloudy September days, and I was like, it is a really nice cloudy September day, and I wasn't even thinking about the fact that that was the name of the node. Yeah, so the update not being ready, like, they've been working on it, you know, it was supposed to come out a couple days ago, but they also thought, all developers thought they would have more time with the Apple update. And then Apple was like, hey y'all, we're putting out this new update and developers aren't ready for it. So that's just kind of frustrating. Alright, let's go for more XP. Why not? I've definitely been grinding XP lately, which is normally not something that I care that much about, but it's just been so exciting. Alright. So I did recently, let me scroll down. I recently reached level 50. Hold your applause. Thank you. Thank you. That was just like a day or two ago. So very exciting. But that means I have new paths unlocked, which is pretty exciting. And I haven't thought about what I could get down here. I mean, this is the last node that's unlocked, basically. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I would love to just save up my books to get this. I mean, that would be pretty cool. That's definitely a possibility. Knowledge transfer. Cindy, where is knowledge transfer? Do you know off the top of your head? I have thought about getting deep dive. There's so many choices, y'all. And it's amazing how quickly you can spend your books. I've spent like 3,000 books right now. So, wait, okay. Let's see. It's hard for me to be looking at my phone and trying to talk nonstop and read the chat at the same time. Okay, Sydney says, it was by the one you just did. I think the one I just did was in Calamity Essentials 2. And, okay, knowledge transfer. There's a trunk one. Okay, so a trunk one is what I missed. I feel like I'm close to Cloudy Days. Was Cloudy Days here in... Okay, that was Cloudy Days. I don't. Level 36. Okay. Oh, I think I have all the trunks. Knowledge transfer. Yeah, okay. I have it. Thank you. That was... I was looking for something I hadn't unlocked yet and didn't think about that. Yes, I do have that one. So, I'm leaning toward... Well, how much is this one? What would that open for me? Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I don't really care about the in-charm proficiency. Not sure if anybody cares about in-charm proficiency. But I'll take another treasure chunk. And gifts. I like the gift ones because I want to be able to give out better gifts. And we're going to do that. I'm just doing all these trunks, y'all. Oh, but I still... Wait. Overall brew time reduction. Why is it not lighting up for me? Oh, I can't count. Never mind, y'all. Oof. I have less than 300 miniature manuals now. Okay. And what about here? Okay. I think I'm going to stop for now and save my resources to get some of those more expensive things, but I feel pretty good about our collective decision making, y'all. Yeah, Cindy, the text is hilarious. Like, there is so many, just like, who wrote this? And why was I not consulted for writing? Because I would love to write all these random notes. I think I could be pretty creative with different things that you do or books that you read in order to become better at the game somehow. Y'all, I love hot tea. Yeah, the gift ones are just, they're so nice because I would like to be able to give out better gifts to my friends. It's kind of hard being in a rural area. I'm always behind on gifts. Like, people send me gifts more than I'm able to send gifts back. So, when I have the chance to visit a point of interest or when I'm doing a wizarding challenge, I just want better odds of receiving a good gift to send out. So, at least the quality can be okay. I know. I feel like the writers, I guess, just do the creative stuff and not the communication stuff. So, and I do, from what I understand, there there are multiple people involved with public messaging. So that can be one of the issues, especially in regards to timeliness, is people like Lola are constrained by needing to have copy approved. So, Brendan, what big pink fluffy bows? I would love if that was a gift in the game. Oh my gosh, what if we could finally customize our avatars and you could send people avatar customization gifts? And I could send everybody pink bows because I think I would like that. Brendan, send me your friend code and I'll add it when I'm not live streaming. So, okay, I think I promised y'all I would do a tonic for trace detection, and I have not done that yet. So, let's drink the pink potion, which is clearly my potion of choice. And I don't know if y'all saw that Zoe did a adult beverage, a tonic for trace detection in my honor. It's delicious, by the way. I tried it. I had to make some modifications based on what was available. So instead of lavender simple syrup, I made lemon balm simple syrup. Drink the pink. That's how I feel. And whatever like flavored liquor she had, I had to get the same flavor. I think it was raspberry, but it was a different liquor because the one that she used in the drink I could not find in my small little nearby liquor store. Ooh, Snowdrop. Does anyone else still get really excited when Snowdrop appears? Or is that just me? So, let's see if I get anything good from the tonic for trace detection. And I will say, if any of you guys saw my grinding XP video from a few weeks ago, the tips are still valid even though the trace charm got nerfed, because you can still use the trace charm strategically on orange beams and red beams and use them with a bright elixir. So never enough Snowdrop. Okay. Yeah, I had actually gotten a pretty good stockpile going because it was all over Ohio, which was weird. Like everywhere Dan and I went in Ohio, there would be 2 or 3 Snowdrop just sitting there. Not complaining. Brenda, that's funny because I actually have over 100 Snowdrop right now and I'm still excited. But I was able to stockpile it when I was in Ohio because it was everywhere. But also I had no unicorn hair and I had very little Abraxan hair. And, you know, as soon as I got an Abraxan hair, I would be brewing strong Assimilar potions. Well, thanks to the dragon Portkeys, I have tons of Abraxan hair and tons of unicorn hair. So I've been brewing strong and potent Assimilar potions non-stop. So I've been using up a lot more of my Snowdrop, essentially. Yeah, I still like the Trace Charm, too. I think it's still useful. I think it's still worth investing in. It's just not nearly as much fun as it was. I enjoyed it. And if y'all follow what I do on Widget Unite Hub, I did write an op-ed at the beginning of my vacation. It was not really something I felt like doing on vacation, but whatever. And I talked about the Trace Charm. I do agree it was probably overpowered, but I just didn't care that it was overpowered because I was having so much fun with it. Yeah, Dragon Week was amazing. Like, those 1 kilometer Portkeys gave so many ingredients, which was really nice because I usually never get unicorn hair, which is frustrating. And for whatever reason, I just haven't been finding Abraxan hair in the wild recently. So, oh, it departed. But it was really fun to chase dragons at the beach. I did some AR photography, but not a lot because, I wanted to sit on the beach and read a book, which is mostly what I did. I read 3 books on vacation last week. It was excellent. Oh, I love to read. And as much as I love reading and rereading the Harry Potter books, I also enjoy reading new books. So I read 3 books. Physical books, not even ebooks, because I didn't want to take my Kindle out on the beach. Oh, Cindy, you have a puppy. I like the idea of animals, but I'm allergic to them. So I don't actually like them in person. It's no offense to them, of course. It's just that I'm allergic to them. Nita, it was a really great vacation. It was super relaxing. It was very quiet. We went to a beach called Murrells Inlet in South Carolina. It is south of Myrtle Beach. Even in the peak of summer, it's a pretty small, not overly popular beach. There's not a ton of touristy stuff to do there. Like Myrtle Beach has tons of things to do. Murrells Inlet does not, which is fine. And we went after Labor Day. So for you non-Americans, Labor Day is unofficially considered the end of summer. And that was Monday of last week. Memorial Day, which is in May, to Labor Day in September is sort of summer in the United States. And we just went on weekdays. So we were at the beach Monday to Friday. And there were so many cars leaving the beach when we arrived on Monday. And there was a surprising number of cars coming into the beach when we left on Friday. So we were pretty happy with our decision just to be there on the weekdays so that we could socially distance from other beachgoers. And since it wasn't overly crowded, everyone seemed to be pretty respectful of staying 6 feet apart from other vacationers. Charlene, that's really exciting. I've never been to the Oregon coast. I don't even think I've ever been to Oregon. But that'll be fun, and hopefully you'll post to Instagram about it so I can see your pictures. Which, yes, I do have a lot of beach pictures. We just had to go through them. I posted a few on my personal Instagram account. So that's, instead of HP, which is Unite, it's Belle Brita. Just, if anyone wants to see my pink vacation pictures. Because, of course, I was wearing pink. Or at least I was wearing pink for photos. I do have other clothes. I just don't usually take photos in them. Yeah, Charlene, being away from home and just being able to relax and read, that is kind of the perfect vacation. And Dan read a lot too, so he's not as fast of a reader as I am, although in his defense, pretty much no one is as fast of a reader as I am. And he finished like 1.5 books, I think. And his books were pretty long. So it was good. It was good for both of us. And there's nothing for me to get right now. We had seafood, which is always fun. I like seafood, but I'm pretty picky about it. So I like being able to go to seafood restaurants on the coast because they have a really wide selection of options. Had some raw oysters on the half shell. Those were yummy. And what else did I have? Oh, a really good crab cake. Oh, and I had like tuna nachos. Those were so good. The zoomies. Does that mean that your puppy was just like running around really fast? Because that sounds really cute. Oh, and on our last day in town, we went to Broadway at the Beach, which is in Myrtle Beach. It's a large outdoor shopping center. And because I am very much still a child at heart, we went to Build-A-Bear and we built a Baby Yoda. So we now have the child. Yes, Cindy, Steph, we did meet up with Steph. So she lives in a small town outside of my small hometown. So where she lives is even smaller than my hometown. My hometown is Greenwood, South Carolina. And I won't reveal where Steph lives. It's up to her whether or not she wants to have that information. But Greenwood has a lot of really small towns surrounding it. So, oh, monkey puppies. Crazy puppy. Oh, I like videos of puppies. I like pictures of puppies. Let's see. Okay, so some people, it sounds like some people are able to play Wizards Unite with the new iOS. So yeah, okay, interesting. So Facebook might be the problem. I don't have an update from Lola in my NDA chat yet, but we shall see what happens there. So what is everybody's status right now on the Brilliant event? As y'all can see, I am in the fourth step and struggling for those mysterious artifacts. And the Brilliant fails. Come on. Yeah, I have 9 out of 500 mysterious artifacts XP, which is awesome. And no, I didn't place images early. The only one I placed was the time turner. And it's because I think, so I used the trace charm on it and I got another time turner. Let me go look at, I can't remember. How many do I have? Yeah, so I placed it because I wanted to get the 2 additional fragments. And of course I haven't seen a time turner since the event started on Tuesday. Debbie's almost done. Cindy's on bonus task. Nita's also on the 4th step. I mean, it is only Thursday. You know, there's no rush. And I know that it's sacrilegious to some players, but I don't think you actually have to complete the bonus event, personally. Except I know that people want the Defense Against the Dark Arts books, so I get that. Okay, I don't know how full-time streamers talk nonstop, because I mean, my throat is fine, but I think if I were to do this for more than an hour or so, it would kill me. Wow, Aloha Seattle A finished the bonus yesterday working on artifacts. That's awesome. Completed highest chamber from Klaus. Yeah, Nita, I get you. People want the books, so we definitely have a new incentive to complete the bonus assignment. When it was just spell books, there were definitely a few bonus assignments that I did not complete. And that's because I didn't want to unlock, 15 Portkeys with no adventure sync in January. Y'all, I was not going to walk that much in the winter. And Georgia has a mild winter, so much planning and scripting out, yeah, to be a full-time streamer. I'm very impressed by the people who do it. I'm sure that it's a lot of work. You also have to be really into games, I'd assume. I don't know, maybe people stream other things. I've actually thought about streaming coloring. I don't know, if anyone would be interested in that, let me know. Because the capture card would work to be hooked up to a second camera. And so I could have one camera where I'm like talking and stuff, and then one camera where I color. I have a bunch of adult Harry Potter coloring books, and coloring is really soothing. Debbie, I will tell Dan that you said hi. He's working. But we'll probably do a Fortress live stream Monday, maybe Sunday. So he'll be in that live stream. I have Harry Potter coloring books, Nita. So they're mostly untouched. I've pretty much only worked on my small one, which has Harry Potter postcards, because I feel better about being able to complete a page faster. There are a lot of artists on Twitch and YouTube. Okay, that's good to know. I wasn't sure if that was a thing or not. Like, I know that Wizardway Chris will sometimes live stream while doing her art, but I wasn't sure if that was a broader thing or not. It is really relaxing. I just feel very calm after I color. If I'm carrying on a compelling conversation, it doesn't matter what you show. That's probably true. I just don't know if I would have a compelling conversation while I color for an hour. I mean, I have lots of things that I like to talk about. I have lots of opinions on pretty much all topics. I try to limit my opinions on my Harry Potter stuff, but that's why I have an entire separate set of platforms. My Brita stuff, I've been using that as my online name since I was in college. I got on Twitter in 2009, y'all. Where do you get this from? Where do you get that from? Yeah, I don't mind answering questions. I like an active chat, although it can be hard to keep track of it. I'm very impressed. You know, I watch a lot of the other WooTubers do Fortress streams and stuff, and the chat can just be so fast, especially with the kind of the established schedules. So Matt's Fortress Fridays, and then Expecto Go's Wizarding Wednesdays. Those are intense. There's like 100 people and everyone's talking all at once. Sometimes I get overwhelmed just being in the chat. I'm like, I just gotta take a step back. Let's see. Come up with a story about the senior coloring. Oh, that sounds like fun. A college friend who does ASMR. Ooh, that does sound like fun. I don't think I would be good at ASMR though. I think my voice is too high for that. And I'm not sure if I want to, like, I don't know, people do interesting things to the microphone and stuff. Hey, Wonder Woman, welcome. Yes, Dan is very helpful when he's here, although he forgets sometimes to keep an eye on the chat. He just gets into it, which I love. I love that he's completely embraced this whole Harry Potter thing. Like, I'm sure he really should have had an idea when we got married, because, like I mentioned at the beginning, he proposed to me with a Harry Potter book, and our wedding registry included all of the Harry Potter DVDs and all of the Harry Potter books, because I had always been using my family's copies of the books, so I wanted to have my own pristine set. But even then, I'm not sure Dan could have predicted that I was going to start a Harry Potter YouTube channel and play a Harry Potter mobile game every single day. Print a Witches Unite logo and color it on stream. Oh, that sounds like fun. I probably could do that. I have a bunch of different versions of, like, different PNG files of my logo. So, which, speaking of maybe not logos, but I am wearing one of my newer merch items. So this is the Pinktastic logo. And you can see that the eye, it's not a wand like the Witches Unite because I wanted it to be more subtle, but it still has the sparkle for the eye. Yeah, so Dan's YouTube channel, which is basically just where he posts random videos that are all unlisted, so you have to have the link to it, because it has like some of his racing videos, because he goes to the track with his car, and it has a video that we took of penguins. But it has the proposal video on it. So I'll put a link to that on Twitter later if y'all want to watch it, because it's pretty funny, because I was not paying attention to the Harry Potter book, and Dan was really concerned that I was going to ruin my own proposal. Yeah, Sparkles makes everything better. I love Sparkles. I don't know if y'all can see. I have this awesome, I think it's called the Waterfall phone case. This is a crazy expensive phone case. But I saw it and I immediately fell in love. So, and then my, whatchamacallit, this thing, pop socket. My pop socket is from my sorority, Kappa Gamma. So, anyway. Wow, Debbie, that's impressive. That's a lot of runestones. I can't even imagine. Although, you know what? I probably have a lot. I probably don't have that many. But after the dragons, and then also the fact that my Fluffy page is on gold, we get a decent number of horned serpents and fluffies where we live. So let me well, this isn't my runestones, but yeah, so my oddities 5 page is gold, and I've stamped all of those, so I get a lot there. And then I wish I could search by oddities. 231 level 4, 146 level 3, 70 level 2, 3 level 1, you know. Oh, excuse me. And 99 level 5. Wonder Woman. I never got a proposal. I was too impatient. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay, so first of all, I completely support that, and I also don't think that there needs to be any hard and fast rule on which person in a relationship proposes. So Dan and I had agreed early on, though, on a timeline of events, because he needed more time than I did to know that he wanted us to get married. So we agreed that when I thought it was time for us to get married, that I would bring it up and we would start doing a pre-engagement counseling. And then once we finished pre-engagement counseling, at that point, if we still agreed that we wanted to marry each other, at that point Dan would plan out the proposal. So I actually pre-proposed to him and, you know, told him that I thought it was time for us to do our pre-engagement counseling. And I used a PowerPoint presentation because what could possibly be more romantic than a PowerPoint presentation listing out all of the reasons why we should get married, and then listing out all of our different options for pre-engagement counseling. Oh my gosh, hashtag soon. Yes, I love it. That's actually amazing. In the grand scheme of things, we did actually get engaged fairly fast. He proposed the same weekend. It was our 2-year dating anniversary. Man, y'all, I keep getting these potions that I can't hold. Pink PowerPoint power. Yes, I mean, y'all, like, PowerPoint's amazing. And Dan, he loved that I pre-proposed with a PowerPoint presentation. He just thought it was delightfully nerdy, which it was. It was completely nerdy. But that is who I am. So, I mean, weddings are definitely a personal choice, Wonder Woman. So it's up to you and your fiance if you want a official wedding or not. We had a really, really small. Yeah, I probably should delete some more health potions. I deleted 10 health potions the other day, and I should probably delete more. We had a really small wedding in San Antonio, and people are always like, why San Antonio? We were living in Ohio at the time, and my hometown is in South Carolina. But my parents actually eloped in San Antonio. So I wanted to get married in the same place where my parents did. So that's why we got married in San Antonio. And it was a really small wedding. It was just our parents and our siblings, and then us. Oh, Nita, that's pretty funny. But also really sweet. Wonder Woman, I completely support that. Just, like, go to the courthouse and get it on paper. That is a completely fine option. Ooh, alright. Time to use my trace charm. Yes! Check it out. Oh, hey, Cindy. Thanks for the gift. Yeah, San Antonio is beautiful. If anyone ever gets the chance to visit San Antonio, I highly recommend it. It's a really cool city. There's a lot to do. We actually went back for our third wedding anniversary, I think. Maybe our fourth. Third or fourth wedding anniversary. And it's just really cool. And we got married in a really small church, like a tiny chapel. And y'all, this story like doesn't sound true, but I promise it is. We went to the church on Thursday to meet with the minister, and our wedding was planned for Saturday morning. And we got to the meeting a little early, and so he was like, hey, I just need to finish some things up, but if you want to kind of know more about our church and what we're doing, you can read this article in the newspaper. So we read the article, and it was basically a proposed rezoning law that would have meant that the church would lose all of their administration buildings, which is where they operated a food pantry. So we're like, oh, okay, this is unfortunate. And afterwards we talked to the minister, and he told us a little bit of what was going on. And, you know, we talked about the service and everything, just kind of normal meeting with the minister. Well, when we left, we noticed that there was a journalist and a camera outside, and so we kind of stood off to the side and looked at it, and we're like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. It's like, oh, you know, I bet they're talking about the story with the rezoning, and that the church won't be able to continue their food pantry. So they noticed us, and they came over, and they, like, asked us who we were, and we're like, oh, well, we were just talking to the minister about our wedding. And I said, we're getting married on Saturday, and it's the church where my parents got married almost 30 years ago, because we got married like 9 months before my parents' 30th wedding anniversary. And you could just see the reporter's eyes widening, like, oh my god, this story is perfect. So she ended up interviewing us on the spot to talk about like our relationship to this church that we were visiting for the first time, and my family's history. And we ended up on the 5 o'clock news in San Antonio, and we were like the main part of the story. So we like to claim, and this is the part that may or may not be true, that we saved the food pantry, because that story did actually help convince some of the people, I guess, who were voting on the rezoning, that the church should still be able to have their administrative buildings and be able to still have their food pantry in the area. Anyway, that's the story about my wedding in San Antonio. That might not sound true. Okay, I'm going to check up on chat now because I decided to tell the whole story without looking at chat. Oh my gosh, aloha. That's amazing. Hey, when you know, my parents, they met in April. They started dating in July. My dad proposed in October, and they eloped in December. And they were married 30 years and 7 months when my mom died. So sometimes you don't need a lot of time. And I didn't need as much time with Dan, but he needed more time. I could have moved the entire thing up a year. But that's okay. I was willing to wait for him. He's great. Yes, Department of Mystery's bad. It basically is. I mean, the amount of XP you need and then the boosted foundables and stuff. The combination is intense. So, there is, Brendan, that's true. There is video to prove it. So, I'd have to find the particular news station again. But it's Dan and I both posted it to Facebook around that time. So it pops up on our Facebook memories periodically. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I have fun with them. I don't know if you've noticed that I like pink sparkles. So, and I finally did a photo shoot with Dan a couple months ago where I just did a whole bunch of different reactions and used them to cut around me and then put them over the game artwork. Brendan. Wow, married for 21 years. That's awesome. And you were together for 7 months. Oh, see, I love it. I think that sometimes, when you know. For my parents, it was a second marriage for both of them. They each had an ex-spouse. So they both were pretty clear about what they wanted in a partner. And it just worked for them. 52 years. Oh, that's really sweet. Debbie, that's okay. Especially at the beginning, I would forget to take photos specifically for a video, and then I'd have to go through and try and find a screenshot from the video where I didn't look completely atrocious. So definitely a lot of my early videos, the main image is a screenshot from the video itself. But like I said, I did that photo shoot with Dan where I just posed in a bunch of different ways, and I've been using those. And then I'm also able to get the game assets to use those in videos. All right, guys. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, which is definitely longer than I thought this was going to be. But it's just been so much fun talking to all of you. So I'm going to wrap this up. If anyone has any final comments or questions, you should leave that in the chat so that I can address them. Because otherwise, I'm going to sign out and then probably write an article for Wizards Unite Hub and rest my voice and then film a video. So I was really unproductive this morning. I didn't get anything on my to-do list aside from attending my appointment with my psychiatrist. So everything's good. I have to see her every 3 months to get my prescription refill for my antidepressant. So yeah, I'm with you, Debbie. I did decide to up my game just because I wanted to get more people to watch my videos. Thank you, Debbie. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Aloha Seattle 8. Do you mean the parody video of the SOS Training where I was like, I have 10,000 scrolls? Brendan, you're so sweet. Come back for the next live stream. It'll be another hour or so. Hey, Mad Max. Sadly, I'm about to leave. I've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes, and my throat is starting to be unhappy, even though I've been drinking hot tea the whole time. I also have to actually get stuff done today. Like I said, I didn't really get my to-do list done. I spent about 5,000 field guides and I think 1,500 ministry manuals. So when I started, I should have taken another screenshot. When I started, I had over 6,000 field guides and I had just over 2,000 ministry manuals. And yeah, now I'm down to 1,600 field guides and less than 300 ministry manuals. I bought some expensive lessons. I bought a bunch of cheap ones too, but I also bought some expensive lessons. I mean, now that I'm getting further down the tree, I mean, the stuff just costs more. So, Brendan, I'm glad that you caught this one too. Now that we're here for a while, I hope to be doing one evening Fortress stream and one afternoon chatting Tonic for trace detection stream per week. We'll see how that works, but that is my hope. We will be not going anywhere for at least a couple weeks. So, I mean, I kind of get it, Wonder Woman. Like, everyone loves gold. Gold is great. Still need to make $1 million and take over the world. Okay, Pinky and the Brain. $1 million would be nice, but I would settle for, I don't know. I don't want to be greedy. I would settle for being able to make a full-time income from doing creative work. But, hey, coffee is important for people who drink coffee. I drink tea. Charlene, yay for hitting level 20. I've been sending you all of my good gifts. So, to help you with your collecting of resources and XP. So, 17,000 SOS. Wow. Hey, I would also like to take over Disney World. I just want to live in Cinderella's castle. Or Sleeping Beauty's castle in Paris. So, I'm very fortunate. I've been to a lot of Disney parks. I've been to all the parks in Florida, both parks in California, both parks in Paris, and both parks in Tokyo. So, I still just need to go to Hong Kong and Shanghai. I mean, it sounds like you have goals, Wonder Woman. I mean, buy the farm. So, Charlie, that's how I feel about Pokemon Go now. I just forget about it. But Wizards Unite, one of the reasons I have started keeping my phones downstairs, so like they don't go in my bedroom with me anymore, is that I kept playing in bed, like right before going to sleep. And then the first thing I would do in the morning was play. And I realized that I needed to not have my phone in bed. Like, it wasn't good for my sleep. So I keep my phones downstairs, but I still play kind of first thing in the morning, but at least it's after I've washed my face and gotten dressed and started my kettle for water. Okay, so funny story, Brendan. Dan actually is going to build a castle in the backyard. It's probably going to be another year or two, but he wants to build a workshop for the two of us. So, like an expanded filming space for me, and also a space where I could do some, you know, like arts and crafts kind of projects, especially ones that require, like, paint. That would be messy. And the exterior of it is going to be a castle. So, we haven't done any definitive plans yet or anything, but he told me it would be a castle. So yeah, we're gonna have a castle in the backyard. It's gonna be a wee shed because he's gonna use the space for like woodworking and to hold his tools and stuff. Because right now, our garage miraculously holds 2 cars, and he has all of his tools really neatly organized. But one of his things, a bandsaw? Does that sound like a real thing? Or a rotary cutter? I don't know. There's a big thing that takes up a lot of space. And so that's very carefully balanced in the space between the 2 cars, where we can very carefully open the car doors without hitting it. So he needs a little bit more space. Right now, to do any woodworking, the cars have to go out of the garage. So yeah, this is... Yeah, Brendan, you are basically a seer, essentially. So that's one of the projects that's in the works long time. Okay, bandsaw is real. I think that's what he has. He has a lot of cool tools. I mean, he does build a lot of things. I'm trying to figure out what I can show y'all. Okay, hold on. Y'all are going to see the super mess in my office because to show you guys the desk that he built me. And hold on, I have to pull up the other view so I can see the live one instead of what y'all are seeing. Okay, so this desk, which y'all see has like all of my notes for my Greek work, my sorority volunteer work, and my calendar, and my hospital bill that I'm dealing with insurance crap. So this is the desk that he built me. You can see just like the simple X frame and then the top. And then the other half of the desk here, just like where I am, was from Lidl. So, okay. Alright, y'all didn't see too much of my mess in my office. But yeah, so he built me that desk, and he built, correct, Cindy, there's no basement. Yeah. Oh, I could have showed you guys the shelving unit he built me, but then y'all really would see the mess in my office. There's a shelving unit that he built me for those like fabric storage cubes, and he built our headboard, and he also built the headboard for the guest bedroom bed, and he built y'all, actually forgot to mention this earlier when I said that he should have known Harry Potter was going to be a big part of our life. So for our first Christmas together, and we'd only been together, like 2 months, he actually built me the Mirror of Erised. So, yeah, he's pretty impressive. And he doesn't usually do kind of that fine-tuning work. A lot of what he builds is it's big and practical. So, the other stuff, he built me a bedside table and then a matching one for when I moved into my first apartment and I didn't have any furniture. And when he lost his job a few years ago, when we were still living in Ohio, he used that time to be productive, and he built a tea cabinet. So, yes, I can see, watching the chat is funny because I can see what y'all just listened to, which is maybe 30, 45 seconds behind. So y'all just found out that he built me the Mirror of Erised. Yeah. He's a keeper, y'all. He is so wonderful. Yeah, so he's really good, and it would be fun, actually, if he did a collab with James. So, we like James. He's a good person. I'm sad that he's not creating Wizards Unite content anymore, but I completely understand needing to put family first. So, I think we've watched some of his woodworking videos. But yeah, they could, build something Harry Potter-ish together. Anyway. Okay, well, me saying I was leaving just took 11 minutes. So, I am actually going to end this. Thank y'all so much for watching. This has been fun. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Super random Cindy, that's hilarious. And I completely understand. We would do that in my high school math classes because our teacher had really cool stories. And so we would get him on a tangent with stories. He was a really good teacher, though. I mean, we had, because I had him for advanced algebra, trigonometry, AB calculus, and BC calculus. And so out of everyone who took the BC exam, I think there was like an 80% pass rate, which is really, really high. If you're not in the United States, the AP tests are really hard, and especially the BC calculus test. So, well, Sydney just got me off on another tangent about classes and distracting teachers. Okay. That is actually it. It's been fun, though. Oh, you want me to dab? Okay, hold on. I'm not entirely sure if that looked good or not, so that was me dabbing. I don't get dabbing, but whatever. It's a thing. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, for listening to me ramble for an hour and a half, and for watching me play Wizards Unite. It's a great game. It's obviously a game that I love. So hopefully, since the stream is behind, once I hit end stream, that y'all will get to watch the very end. I don't know how this works. I'm just going to smile for like 15 seconds and then end the stream